I'd rather tell you a tale than to tell you a fable. I didn't hear this through the grapevine, but I heard that it was said from the lips of a great man. A man that even for once he has never tell a lie. He was brutally honest, even his enemies could testify. He's the first in rank, he was the last of his kind. He never hesitated to be truthful, even if the truth is bitter. With his gaze lowered as he walked on earth with modesty, he will always be remembered for the good he has done to humanity. He was a hero and his story was heroic, a great leader and a stoic, our soul and altruist. I read it in books that was written by the scholars, good men with piety, true Islamic ambassadors. Predecessors were passionate men that strive through excellent, great teachers and veterans that followed the righteous path until the very end. With their sparkling qualities and incredible personality, they spend their lives reaching out to humanity with the word of Allah as they live through sanity. They wrote books, published journals to educate the Ummah. They dive in the ocean of Quran and imparted to Islam. They were known by the Islamic ethos and norms. They fought for a good cause. They will forever be remembered until thy kingdom come. I'm talking about the Khulafa Rashidin, Sahabas and Tabi'in with the Salaf that came after them. They were faithful even in their last dying breath. They were tireless until the end of their quest, studying the footstep of the giver of glad tidings and the one of the penalty. Yeah, I'm here as an admonisher to remind you out there of a shallow place uncool and not but for the fools, an ugly domicile for those that turn a blind eye to the sign of Allah, a cruel dungeon reserved for the transgressors, a terrible sense of belonging home for the disbelievers. It's a destination where fire is forever blazing. It's an arena where the heat is steamingly scorching. Oh, a place where human bodies will be shackled in pain and torture as their bitter souls suffer from an agony of nausea. What a hell of an ambush, a pit hole where fire is let loose, where fire is heating up in a very high degree Celsius and not but so disastrous, where fleshes and bones will be burned into ashes. Ashes to ashes from dusk to dawn, and more pounds of fleshes will be served to them, where men and women will be whipped and given lashes. Ashes to ashes from dusk to dawn, and more pounds of fleshes will be served to them, where chastisement is served so severe and colossal. I was told that the environment is hazy, the view is ugly, the weather is unfriendly, and the pain is unbearable. Oh Allah, please don't make hell our destined destination, but rather make heaven our final place of belonging. Every time I pray, I seek for Allah's protection from the torment of doom. Yeah, I do it every day. I even sought for His protection before I came up on the stage. You should also do the same too. Don't hesitate to pray today. Allah created heaven before He created hell. He reserved heaven as a fitting recompense for those that did well, whereas hell are for those that follow the devil's trail. Heaven has 8 doors while hell has 7. لها 7 أبواب لكل جزء مقسوم. ما سلككم في سقر? Why are they in سقر? This question shall be asked by the believers in heaven. قالوا لم نكن من المصلين ولم نكن نطعم المسكين وكنا نخوض مع الخائضين وكنا نكذب بيوم الدين. And then they will say they didn't pray, they were straight, they don't share their wealth with the needy, they stashed the money for themselves, they were greedy, they were distracted from the adornment of this world, they were filthy. Then the door called Jahannam and the other is Jahim. They are both synonymous, they both meant the same. Where fire is evolving and the torture is extreme, cremated in the scene, then recreated by the king. But what would you do if they opened the door? Hutama. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَا نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. It's a fire replenisher and there's no extinguisher, where people will be hanged by their tongues or punishment of such that is similar. My advice for us all is to worship Allah alone. We should try and do the needful while there is still breath in our lungs. Seek for His mercies and forgiveness right now that we can, because a time shall come when our breath will be taken away. We will cry salt river, but no one will come to our aid, not our mother or father. None will save us on that day. We will all be separated from our friends and our babes. The day of reckoning, the day of regrets, when the trumpet shall be sounded, we will march forward from east to the west, straight to the court of Allah, where our deeds will be weighed. All man is for himself when the king come into play. When the angel Malik will open the door called Hawiyah, another devastating fire, where they will serve Zakum for the Mal'oon as they kept them in a tomb. All sinners and blatant liars will suffer in this dome. a deadly punishment that I can't even explain. Then nar and sa'ir, that's fire and its blaze. So here I rest my case, here I rest my case. Allahumma ajirna min adhabin nar. Peace.